Greetings, friends. This is Elizabeth Schermer with the intuitive reading from the Grids of Light for our Cancer new moon, which occurs this evening, Friday, June 23rd at 7:31 p.m. And the tarot card for the Cancer new moon is the Chariot, which represents our capacity in this new season of summer to experience a new level of personal purpose, of personal alignment, of personal freedom. And that's signified by the warrior encased in golden armor. This is the golden armor of self realization and our ability to connect to solar illumination and the new infusions of consciousness and understanding and insight that support us in expanding into our own realizations and our own consciousness. And there's so much more symbology here, which we may go into in a few minutes in the reading, in the tarot reading. First, however, I want to bring a personal message to you today because I have had an incredible morning of receiving some new insights and new affirmations and personal healings related to the energies that are preparing each of us for the birth of new potential that occurs this evening and then unfolds over the coming days. So what you see here, I'm sitting at my kitchen table, and what you see here is the altar the personal altar I have on my kitchen table, where I do my morning practice very often and where I also bring forward daily messages for our mystery school community. And this altar holds symbols that are a reminder to me of my intentions for this year and the ways in which I'm showing up and also learning to receive support. So I'm bringing that forward today because this is a moon and this is a week of realization of our intentions. 6 months ago, we experienced the birth of potential with the winter solstice. And in the winter, we receive the light of the new impulse. And then 6 months later, at summer solstice, which happened 3 days ago, we have the opportunity to receive the light in a new way by personally being and becoming that light. So summer is the season of infusion of a new desire and the support we need to expand our own light through personal freedom and personal vitality and personal expansion of our commitment to our potential, and then recharging so that we can actually become that potential. So the overall message for today is be the light. And I want to bring forward the altar here because each of these symbols is related. Each of the symbols on the altar is related to the huge message I got this morning that I'll be bringing forward with the tarot cards. And I decided to share with you my personal symbols because they may help you connect with symbols of your own that you're using in your life. So the first symbol on my altar, I'm going to start with the priestess, which symbolizes our ability to draw down the light. And that's the first message of today, is to be the light. The first thing to do is to remember that you are the light and to return to that understanding and to commit to the path of return, which the priestess rules on Tree of Life, our path of return. So remember that you are of light and that your life is about committing to this path of returning to who you really are. That's why we're here. The second object on my altar is what I'm calling my Juju doll, and she's my personal talisman to remind myself that it's okay to be messy. It's okay that this journey isn't perfect. It was never intended to be perfect in the sense of challenge-free. The challenges of life are and the messiness of life is what enables our healing and also what enables us to experience joy and freedom and adventure and fun. So what else can I say here? This is my key teaching for the year. to embrace the messiness and the chaos and know that the treasures for myself on my path of return are hidden within the seeming chaos and the messiness, and that it's okay for me not to be perfect. So I am working every day with this polarity of the fact that I am made of light and I am light. And on one, in non-physical, I have connection to all perfection and the capacity to draw that down into physical manifestation. And at the same time, I am eternally imperfect, eternally being created, and it's okay for me to mess around and be a little bit wild and wacky and to make mistakes and to muck around in this physical realm, and to give everyone else patience and understanding and compassion for their ability to muck around, and that we are doing this together. Okay? And then two more objects here. The candle behind the priestess is a reminder of the vertical column of light. That's my job to maintain and to work with every day. The third key object here is a candle that is orange to signify the importance of connecting with my creativity and embracing my creativity, and to draw down the light all the way into my lower chakras. This is the color of second chakra, which is the chakra of creativity and also our grids of consciousness and awareness, and our ability to interface and come into relationship with every part of our life, and to embrace the adventure, and to use our vitality and our belief systems to connect and interface with this world. This also has another meaning to me because it is a gift from a special friend, and it's a reminder also of the fact that we are, each of us, a bridge of light, and it's our ability to engage fully in the messiness of this world that allows us to connect with our creativity and to connect with the light and become the bridge. So our physical body and our chakras are our vehicle for self-realization. And so this orange candle reminds me to always bring everything back to the body and to the interface of my energetic self and this physical world. And then the final piece here that's really important in the season of summer are the sweet peas from my garden, which are so fragrant and so beautiful and are a little bit tender and require me to nurture them every single day if I want them to last through the heat of summer. So they represent the beauty, the strength, and also the fragility of this world, and the necessity of us really engaging every day in whatever our own practices are to help us claim the beauty and also nurture the beauty through our daily actions. So that's my hologram of the message that is coming forward for each of you today, and for me on a personal level at this incredibly powerful time, this threshold of stepping into the season when it's our time to be the light and to learn what it means to become the light. Okay, I'm going to pause for a moment and set up the tarot spread and do the second half of today's message. Okay, I'm back, and I have with me the tarot cards that I am going to bring forward now, the spread I pulled this morning, and I am really eager to share with you first the unusual nature of the spread for today, because when I pulled our new moon spread, every single card was a court card. And so this is signifying that indeed we are stepping into a new place of potential. And there is an opportunity now and in the coming weeks of summer to experience a new level of mastery, a new connection to who we are and why we're here, each of us on a personal level. Summer is about personal recharging and personal vitality, and this summer it's even more so. So here are the cards. For those of you who work with tarot, you'll understand the significance of these. And if you don't, just listen to the words. If you don't work with the cards, listen to the words of what each of them represent as an archetype. So in the position of spirit, in the position of mind, the center of the spread is the Queen of Wands. She represents your ability to choose to align with your willpower, and also to choose through her companion animal, the leopard, who carries the spots of the past, who is bringing forward the past. She chooses to claim the gifts of every circumstance in her life and to use her creativity and her vitality to bring all of that forward as part of her power. So wisdom and personal power requires our ability to claim responsibility for all the circumstances in our life, and then to use our own potentials for our own capacity to grow, to access our capacity to grow by working with those circumstances and claiming them as part of our power. So the infusion of vitality and creativity comes from a place of inner strength and inner alignment. That's mind. In the position of body, the Knight of Wands has been appearing for me regularly over the past few weeks, signifies your capacity now in every circumstance. Working with the Queen as your commitment to willpower, that means that in every circumstance of your life, you can engage to find the jewel and the blessing and the emotional fulfillment. The Knight of Cups represents your ability to experience your heart's desire in your daily life. It represents beauty, it represents trust and emotional power in order to engage fully with your life, knowing that you are receiving fulfillment, and then to actually experience it. So this is the alchemy of fire and water, the alchemy of mastery, and it absolutely is coming forward for each of us right now. And then in the position of spirit, the new skills and abilities that we are being supported with from non-physical, from our higher self, the Knight of Swords, which represents the fact that through this willingness to fully engage in our daily life and to commit internally, to claim responsibility and to strengthen our willpower, through those abilities we are gaining the qualities of transcendence that enable us to see fully a larger understanding of how things work, so that we can make decisions and take actions from a place of higher alignment, and continue our expansion and our ability to bridge the light and also be fully embodied in life. Two more cards. The Prince of Swords was the fourth card, which is a practical advice to choose in the moment, to be in your heart, to remember, in order to engage and to receive these qualities of mastery. All of these represent new qualities of mastery into which we're expanding. The practical advice is to every moment be the warrior, the prince, from the heart, and to pay attention to our thoughts and to choose to align with thoughts that reflect the truth of who we are and what we are choosing moving forward. To align our momentum with our heart and our mind. And it's the Prince of Swords that represents our inner warrior who's choosing that. I was guided to draw one more card, which is breathtaking to me because it's the Star. So out of all these cards of mastery, the culmination is the Star, which represents you and me through this process, stepping into our own return to the light. So I started this whole message saying that the message of solstice is to be the light, summer solstice. We get to be the light. The sun reminds us that we are solar illumination. The sun is our star. The sun is our emissary of source and our the way in which we receive solar consciousness and solar illumination in our world. The star represents each of us returning to that quality of light for ourselves, to be our star, and to remember that we are in partnership with the entire universe in this grand adventure of light. That was pretty high level. All these court cards are qualities of mastery that you're stepping into. I love using animal medicine cards to receive practical advice, especially with a high level reading like this. So here are 3 practical cards I drew to accompany the court cards. In the position of spirit, let me pull her forward. The companion card that goes with Queen of Wands is the cheetah. So cheetah emerged from the deck to remind us that we have unlimited vitality and unlimited quality of activity that's aligned with our willpower in the world. This is a season of creativity. And so know that if you commit to your will, commit to taking responsibility and bringing forward all the beauty of who you really are, then this is a season to then experience the joy of that vitality and to express it creatively in the world. The interesting companion to cheetah in the physical circumstances of body that emerged is beaver. And so this is another synchronicity of fire and water. And beaver is saying, tend to the practical details of your life, including committing to your tribe, to receiving help, and to engaging in daily life from a place of heart and inner wisdom. So beaver is in this season of summer, pay attention to your health, to your vitality, and to the practical details of life that nurture you, that nurture home, and allow yourself to nurture and be nurtured this summer. And then finally, the crowning glory on this 3-card animal spirit spread is in the position of spirit, crocodile. So crocodile brings forth our connection to wisdom, to the deep trust and access to inner knowledge that we have, to ancient strength, and also in ancient Egypt, crocodile was known as Sobek, the crocodile god, and Sobek rules chaos. So this is a reminder of the deep wisdom that's hidden in apparent chaos and messiness. Know that you can trust the perfection of what's unfolding and that you've got this. And in the position of spirit, it's saying when things feel chaotic, know that you can ask for help, that you can return to alignment with source and receive the infusion of strength and wisdom that you need to move forward with courage and confidence and support. So a longer than usual message. It came from deep inspiration that I had this morning, and I am sending intentions to you for your summer, for personal a summer of freedom and vitality and joy, an infusion of well-being, and also for new understandings of the power into which you are expanding, of the futures that you are creating, the visions of what we are together collaborating as a human family to bring forward. It's an incredible season of co-creation, and I appreciate so much the opportunity to connect with each of you today and to share with you this message that I received of support and eagerness and expansion into the light. So here's to a fantastic summer, and I look forward to connecting again in a couple of weeks with the Capricorn full moon. See you soon.